Hi lovely, welcome back to The Makeup Hunter. I'm Laura. I also have an Instagram of the same name if you would like to follow me over there. I share a lot about beauty, makeup mostly. I also share about what life is like living with endometriosis and chronic illness, family life, plus size fashion, bit of body positivity and body neutrality, and a lot of my absolutely adorable dog Ray. In today's video, I am going to share with you some absolutely stunning eyeshadows from a UK indie brand, the Pastel Roses. So this is my most recent order from the Pastel Roses, and this is from their Halloween collection. In today's video, I'm going to swatch them all and talk about each one individually and in more detail, and you'll be able to see some absolutely stunning shiny eyeshadows. So without further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so as I say, these are all from the Pastel Roses UK, which is, as I said, a UK indie brand. All of these eyeshadows are hand pressed and handmade in the UK, and everything is shipped very securely. The packaging is absolutely amazing. This palette I actually purchased from a company that they work with quite a lot called Rat Art Designs. I got this one from Etsy, from their Etsy shop, and then I purchased all of the shades in here except for these two here, which they sent me as a gift with purchase. Now, there's usually a code available for the Pastel Roses on their Instagram. I think it's Pastel Roses 15, but I use Pastel 25 gift, I think. Whatever it is, I will put it in the description box. So you get 25% off your order and a free gift with every order. So I have here mostly from the Halloween collection. As I say, these two were freebies. These are just normal shimmer shadows. I've got two hollows, which are these ones here, and then all the others are what they call duochromes. But as you'll see in the swatches, some of them are definitely more of a triochrome or a multichrome. They are hand pressed, so some of them are, you know, more full than others, but I usually find with the Pastel Roses that they're more overfull than underfull. As you can see on the mirror, some of them have touched the glass of the mirror. But yeah, these are just an absolutely stunning eyeshadow formula. I'm wearing two of them on my eyes today, but unfortunately the camera is not going to do these justice at all. You'll see in the swatches that I am majorly on the struggle bus. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd had 2 cups of coffee. I was battling with the light, battling with shaky hands, and trying to get the shifts and sparkles to capture on camera was like, it was a workout, let's put it like that. So if you have been thinking about ordering from the Pastel Roses, don't think twice about it. They're absolutely amazing. I find the best way to apply them is with a finger. I have quite short nails most of the time, and I find my finger works with the best with any shimmer formula. I use them with Natasha Denona's, with Colourpop, with cream eyeshadows. I am definitely team finger. I also use NYX glitter primer, but I have picked up some of the some silicone applicators from Amazon. I'm not a huge fan of using these, as I find it causes a lot of kick up in the pan, like it mushes the shadows up a bit too much. And you will see me sort of try and swatch with one of the silicone applicators, but it does work, but you do need something sticky down or you'll get a lot of fallout. As with most indie eyeshadows, there's a lot of pigments, a lot of glitters, sparkles, shimmers in these. So I mean, I had absolutely no fallout using the 2 shadows that I've used tonight. I just put NYX glitter glue down on my lid and then smeared them on with my finger, and then I just finessed the edges with a big fluffy brush. So yeah, so definitely worth checking out. They do all sorts of things on there. They do loose pigments, they do chameleon flakies, foil flakies, normal shimmer shadows, multi-chromes, like black base multi-chromes. They have a whole heap of stuff, and you could spend an absolute fortune. Well, I certainly could. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and let's get on with these struggle bus swatches. Okay, so here is my beautiful palette full of Pastel Roses shadows. This is my latest Pastel Roses order, and as I said at the beginning of the video, these are mostly from their Halloween collection. So just give you a little look at the shadows. So these 2 were given to me as gift with purchases. This one I think is from the summer collection, and then the rest of these are from the Halloween collection. I've got 2 hollow shades here, and then the rest are like special shadows and duochromes. So let's get to swatching. I'm gonna just go row by row and we'll have a look at these beautiful eyeshadows. There's no primer at all on my arm, it's just a dry arm. So I'm just going to move the palette sort of off to the side. Okay, so the first shadow that I'm going to swatch is one of the hollows, and it is Hollow Wild Heart. Oh my god, that is insane. Oh wow. Hopefully you can see the hollow in that. Okay, and then the next shade we have to swatch. Oh, my hands are super shaky this morning. But this is another hollow, and this is a Hollow Starlight. And this one has more of a lilac-y silver to it. And you can really see the hollow in these in person, but I don't know how it's going to come across on camera. As you can see, this has a lot of blue and lilac in it, whereas Hollow Wild Heart has like a pinky green shift. I'm really hoping. Let's just get some daylight. It's super early in the morning, so the light isn't up completely yet. It's Hollow Starlight. Okay, and then the next shade we have is this one, which is Seafoam, and this is a gorgeous icy blue iridescent. Absolutely gorgeous. And this has it's an icy blue, but it has pink and green in it as well. I'm not sure how well that's going to come across on camera. Okay, so I've changed the camera angle and dropped it down a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to see these shades a little bit better, because from what I was seeing on camera, it's really not showing them as beautiful as they actually are in person. So hopefully this is better. So the next shade I have to show you is this one. This is the shade Wizard. God, my hands are so shaky this morning. So this is the shade Wizard, and this is one of the special shades where it has like lots of different like blends of pigment in, which I know that is eyeshadow, but you can actually see the different colours sitting on the top, and then obviously when you mix them together it creates a whole new shade. So this is Wizard. This is definitely a thicker consistency and feels very creamy, so it has a lot of binder in it, and then hopefully you can see how beautiful that is on my finger. I think it's actually showing. Oh, there you go. That's so gorgeous. I can't wait to use that in like a dark smoky eye. I think that'll look amazing. Okay, and then this is the next shade, which is like an indigo blue purple, and is the shade Bad Witch. And this feels a similar sort of consistency to Wizard. Yeah, it's one of the more thicker shades, but that is unbelievable. Super opaque, loads of depth to that shade. So it's as I say, it's like an indigo with a bit of purple to it, and it's got a lot of silver sparkles in it. One of my favourite sort of colours that Glam Shop do, which is this like pinky orangey duochrome. It has like a green reflect to it, and this is the shade Love Letter. I think this is not part of the Halloween collection. I think this may have been part of the summer collection, and that has a lot of like fieriness to it. Absolutely stunning. And this one is much thinner than these last two, but look at that. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. And in person, from the angle I'm sitting at, I'm seeing like a yellow orange and then more of a fiery orange as I move my arm. So that is Love Letter. And then this is one of the ones that I'm super excited about. This is another one of those like piecey ones where you can see the different clumps of pigment sitting together. And this is the shade Pumpkin. And these are so fun because you never really know what you're gonna get from them. That looks like a gorgeous, like a nude colour with lots of like blue and green sparkles in. Oh wow, oh wow, that is stunning. Oh my god, I don't think it's gonna come across on camera how, oh yeah, wow, look at that. That is probably my favourite one so far. That's amazing. And honestly, if you've never tried Pastel Roses, I highly, highly, highly recommend them. They're a UK indie brand, as I've probably already given you a rundown on the brand. But I have a ton of their shadows now, and I get really excited about every release that they come out with because everything's so new and exciting and different. They're not sort of like rehashing the same things over and over again. The delivery is really good, and there's different discount codes that you can use. There's Pastel 25 gift is the one that I use, and you always get a free gift with your order. So this is the shade Dungeon, and this looks like a gorgeous burgundy. Feels like one of the more thicker consistency ones. I think the ones that are sort of piecey, that have like the piecey pigment sitting on top, are the thicker consistency. Wow. Oh, that is, oh my god, that is unbelievable. That's gorgeous. Again, I'm imagining a smoky eye. This sort of has hollow sparkles in it. I'm not sure if that's going to come across on camera. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Okay, and next up we have another purpley blue, but it has a lot of like tealy green reflex in it, and this one is the shade Mystic. And these are all hand pressed in the UK. This one looks like a multi-chrome. That one is very thin, but when I say thin, I don't mean like not opaque. I mean thin as in the texture. And again, it's got almost the holographic sparkles in it. And I really don't think the camera is going to do this justice. It's almost like all you're seeing is the dark base. Oh yeah, so gorgeous. Okay, and the next shade we have is another purple, but this has a lot of pink and light blue shifts in it. And this one is the shade Constellation. Oh my god. Yep, I would say this one is another multi-coat. Oh wow, I can't wait to use this. Well, I can't wait to use all of them. I nearly swore. Oh wow, look at that. That is incredible. Oh god. And you wonder why I wanted to build an indie shadow collection, because you just don't get this anywhere else. Okay, and the next one we have is another burgundy red, but this one looks like it has a lot of green and orange in it. And this one is the shade Sinister. Oh, and when I turned it then, you could see a lot of green. Oh, this one feels very creamy. And you can see it's picked up quite a lot. It's a thicker consistency. I mean, look at the coverage on my tattoo. And that again has like the hollow sparkle to it. I'm showing you on my finger because I think you can see the reflex much better on my finger. And then it's like having a workout trying to get the shifts to show on camera. Okay, and then the next shade we have, this one looks really interesting. This one I think is going to be one that's just got all sorts of different reflex to it. You can see it's got some navy blue in there, some pink, purple, I see green as well. And this is the shade Witch. Oh wow, that is so pretty. That is very pretty. It's like soft. I'm going to move on to the back of my hand now. Wow, look at that. Incredible. That is going to look so nice with some like light purple mattes. You can see it's definitely got so many different shifts to it. Amazing. Okay, and now next up we've got another one of those like burgundy type of colours, and this one is the shade Potion, And this one has a lot of purple to it. Another one that is slightly thicker in consistency. I mean, I'm very delicate with my makeup. I'm not very ham-fisted at all. I sort of rub in the pan very softly, and you can see it's picked up quite a lot of product. This one is more of a flaky texture, and the best way that I have found to apply the Pastel Roses shades is with my finger. I also have the silicone applicators that you can buy from the Pastel Roses. They sell their own, but I just got a pack of them off Amazon. And I use them with NYX glitter glue. Again, Pastel Roses do their own glitter primer, which I really want to pick up, but it's constantly sold out. I've heard it's much, that's my cat, sorry, at my window, and I can't let her in. It's a much thinner, clear consistency to the NYX glitter primer, so I do eventually want to pick it up, but I'll sort of show you what it looks like when you use one of the silicone applicators. So I'm just going to go into that last shade. It does cause a bit more disturbance to the pan. It just basically acts like a finger, but I do find that it needs something sticky to get it to sort of, you can see I'm having to work at it quite a bit compared to if I just use my finger. But if you have really long nails, as long as you've got a sticky base for the silicone applicator to sort of spread the product across, it works absolutely fine. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that as another option if you're not team finger, but I definitely am. I find I get the best application, and I can get sort of, because my nails aren't super long, I can really get in there, whereas, and then I'll just use like a little synthetic brush to sort of spread the product to the like nooks and crannies. Now this is one of my favourite looking ones. This is the shade Autumn Leaves, and it really does just look like autumn leaves. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you can see even just on the swatch on my finger, you can see all those different tones. My hands are quite dry, so it may not look as good on the back of my hand. Oh my god, that is glorious. So initially it's like a mustardy yellowy green, but then as I turn my hand, you can see the red, the orange, you can see lots of different sparkles. I'm hoping that it's gonna show up all the different reflex. Okay, so I have a very clean arm now, and I was actually super sad to wipe those swatches away. How silly is that? They are just so pretty. Okay, now I may have disorganised my palette a little bit here, but the next shade up that I'm going to swatch is this one, which is called Magic Ivy, and this one is another one of my like favourite sort of shades that they do. It's like a light lilac with pretty much every other colour you can imagine in it. gorgeous. That one has definitely more of a, this would make a gorgeous like inner corner shade. Actually looks more like a light pink. It's absolutely beautiful. There's definitely quite a bit of pink in that shade, but I'm also seeing yellow, green, fiery orange sparkles. There's kind of all sorts going on there. I'm really hoping it's showing up. Okay, so I'm really not sure how well that shade is showing up, but hopefully you get the gist. It's quite a hard shade to even describe, because it looks different in all lights, but that one is going to make a really lovely like soft daytimey look. Okay, these are probably not in the order that they were in my palette. I'd kind of got them in quite haphazardly anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the next shade I have, this one looks super interesting. This one is the shade Ghostly, and it definitely has a grey kind of tone to it, but it has some incredible shifts. Like I can see that like pinky yellow, green, and then more of a deep blue purple. There's a lot going on with this shade. This one feels lovely and soft, but like not thick and sticky. Oh yeah. Now that is a lovely shade. That, again, this one's quite hard to describe because it has so many different kind of reflex to it. It's almost like straight on, it's like a silver, but then I can see a lot of purple to it, green even when I shift away from the light. There's pink in there. That is a very complex shade, but it's so pretty. And then see, I'm not sure if this is going to show, but then sort of here at the tail end of it, it's got like a deep violet purple to it. Really interesting shade that I cannot wait to use. Yeah, like I can see here like a deep purple, then a bit of a greeny reflect, and then like the silver. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, straight on, these two look quite similar. Oh my god, thank god. I held my breath completely then. So these I'm going to swatch next to them, to each other. So this one is the shade Zombie and this is the shade Nocturnal. This one has a lot of like peachy colours in it, and then this one has more blue. I think this one is going to have more depth to this one. So let's swatch Zombie first. This one is more of a thicker consistency. And this one is sort of like, God, I'm really struggling to describe these because they are quite complex. Like, straight up it looks very similar to the shade Ghostly, but it has a lot more lilac to it. It's like a grey purple. And now I'm seeing bright pink. And then like an icy blue. And then, oh my God, that, wow. Okay, so if I angle my arm away from the light, it's like a silver with a bit of greeny yellow. But then as I turn my arm, I'm seeing hot pink, light green, and then tailing off into like the lilac. God, that is, oh wow. These three are stunning, really special shadows. And they just call them duochromes, but to me these are multi-chromes. I haven't yet purchased one of their actual multi-chromes, like their dark base multi-chromes. They're definitely on my list. So this is the one that took a tumble. This is the shade Nocturnal, and yeah, I think this one is going to have a lot more depth to it. Yeah, look at that. That definitely has more of a deeper purple vibe to it. Oh God, it's gorgeous. Again, I'm seeing just multiple different sparkles in it. But there is a lot of purple in this one, a lot of a darker purple. And they do, all three of these do look very different actually in all different lights. You can see they all have different bases to them. This one has like a grey base, this one has that like yellowy green, and then this is more of a dark purple. I'm really hoping the camera can do these shadows justice. Okay, so next up we'll go for this purple, which is the shade Witchcraft. And this is a purple with red and like a navy blue and an orange, I would say, in it. Oh, holy shit, look at that. Okay, hang on. I don't think this camera is really gonna do these shades justice because they are just incredible. Flipping heck. That is incredible. That's like ultraviolet. It really is Witchcraft. So I've got like hot pink into a bluey violet. It is like UV. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at these all together. Can you imagine these in a look? I mean, that you'd need a massive lid space, but these are ridiculously beautiful. That finger swatch does not do it justice, so I'm hoping the arm swatch does. Oh man, I love them. I love them so much. Okay, I have taken some photos of those last few shades in the hopes that I could capture like how different they look in different lighting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to move on. So the next shade we have is this gorgeous green, and this is the shade Snakebite, and this is just pure green and then like a turquoise blue. Again, incredibly stunning. Beautiful. Yeah, you can see like bright turquoise blue and then green. Oh, that's pretty. That is definitely like a mermaidy ocean waters kind of blue green. That's beautiful. And then we have the last of the Halloween shades. This is the shade GHOUL, and this is like another burgundy red, but when I turn it on its side I can see a lot of green. I'm not really sure how well that's going to show up. The problem with duochromes and multichromes is the camera never is going to show just how beautiful they are in person. Okay. That has a lot going on. That has a lot of like holographic sparkles in it, which I don't think you're going to be able to see. But essentially it is just a very deep burgundy pink, but then it has so many different sparkles through it, if you can see. And then oh my god, okay, let's see if I can show you. When I take it away from the camera and move it away from the studio lights again, I see a lot of lime green. Let's see if I can do a little bit of wizardry again to show you. There we go. There we go. You can see finally. Oh, so beautiful. And this is absolutely killing my arm. Okay, and now we're on to the last three shades, and the last two shades were gift with purchases, and these are just their standard shimmer formula. They're not a duochrome or a multichrome. This one is a duochrome. This is the shade Very Perry, and this was from their summer collection, and it's a gorgeous periwinkle blue purple with a lot of like lime green reflex to it. This one again, just the shine on that is unreal. Wow. Oh. You're not going to see what I can see. Oh, there, you might see that. That's insane. Okay, yeah, there you go. Look at that. So teal, purple, blue, like a neon green. Oh, it's so pretty, so bright. That would make an absolutely stunning inner corner highlight. Okay, and then I feel like these are going to sort of end on a low note in comparison to these, but they're still going to be super beautiful. So this is the shade Apricot, and this is just a beautiful apricot light orange with a lot of lime green. I mean, look at that. And that is just one of their standard shimmers, but it's still a duochrome. I mean, there's like orange and like a lime green in that. I mean, look at it. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, wow. Unreal. And that was my gift with purchase. That is beautiful. Okay, and then the last shade we have, this one looks much more chunky. This is the shade Lucky, and it's a beautiful light green. Yeah, this one has definitely more chunks. It's more like a flaky formula, so this is one that you're definitely going to want to use a glitter base for. I think that's probably my least favourite one that I've had from them. Oh, I don't think I was even in frame, sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a standard green shimmer, which it's still pretty, but in comparison to these, it's just nothing special really. Yeah, even when I take it away from the lights, it doesn't sort of, it doesn't purport to be a duochrome or anything like that. It's just a standard light green shimmer. So yeah, I think if it was on its own, I'd be like, oh, that's really pretty, but next to these, it's just, it doesn't compare. So that's it. That's all of my Pastel Roses latest order swatched out, and I hope you enjoyed these swatches, and I hope that the camera does them justice, but I've got a funny feeling it won't, which is just such a shame. But there you go. Okay, and I really hoped that those swatches were helpful and were worth me doing and being on the big struggle train to do them. As you can see, the shadows are absolutely incredible, but I'm pretty positive that they're not going to show up as beautiful as they are in person on my arm. But I hope it's helped you choose if you wanted to pick up some of these shades. I think all of them are still available, and I expect that they'll do something pretty big for Black Friday as well. They have a ton of shadows. I have a ton more than what you've seen here today. I am planning on doing a collection video where I swatch all of the shades that I've got from the Pastel Roses when I can figure out some better lighting or a better position so you can see the shifts a bit better. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, lovely. I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to hang out with me again and you'd like to see more from me, then please do subscribe to my channel, give me a follow on Instagram, leave me a like so I know that this was worth doing, and leave me a comment. I reply to every comment that I get. I love chatting to people in the comments section. It makes me feel less like a little lily loner. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, evening, whatever it is you may be doing, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, lovely.